Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome to my channel. It's Sean from Seankbeauty. Today, my friends, we are talking about the best moisturizers for dry skin. I'm also leaving a link down below about dry skin versus dehydrated skin because remember, there is a line of delineation there. I've also talked about tips that you can do to determine whether or not you have dehydrated skin. And you can have dehydrated skin if you're an oily skin type. So I will leave that down below. So let's get into this video because this is one that a lot of you wonderful women wanted to know. And these are the best of the best for 2021. I'm giving you luxury and I'm also giving you drugstore, so you can take your pick from there. And I pray that you shop my links. I would love to get into YouTube more and buy equipment and have all this wonderful stuff to serve you all better. So without further ado, beautiful friends, let's get started. Let's start with the most economical and we'll work our way up to the luxury high end for my luxury buyers because I still am a luxury YouTuber. So the True Skincare series is not to sway you in any way. It is to give you the truth about products and you make the best informed decision based off the information given, whether or not you want to dabble in with that product. However, my disclaimer has always been, we want to patch test for at least 72 hours to make sure that there is no adverse reaction, okay? Before we go in with products on the face. So the first product that I actually want to bring to you all is La Roche-Posay. I talk about La Roche-Posay's Cicaplast moisturizer or their balm with those that are dealing with needing repair to the skin after using like a retinol. However, this one is their double repair face moisturizer. This is enriched with dimethicone. Dimethicone is really great with bringing a soothing to the skin. It is also a great buffer against AHAs and BHAs because they tend to be aggressive. It is also one that locks in or seals in moisture, so works well with humectants. Then we have our water attracting glycerin, as well as niacinamide, which helps to even out your skin tone. And there are some hydrating ceramides in here. Now, if you're acne prone, this is a really great face moisturizer as well. And I know that acne is mostly related to those with oily skin. However, when you're using benzoyl peroxides and anything that's going to be drying to the skin to help you get rid of the acne, you definitely have a tendency to lend on the dry side of things. So using something like this is going to help to repair the skin and bring in that moisture that you're going to need, okay? So this retails right there at about $20. Okay, so this next moisturizer is best for those with sensitive dry skin. Now, when we have sensitive dry skin, we want to look at a few things. We want to stay away from ingredients that has lanolin, fragrance, formaldehydes, parabens. Those are those ingredients that will irritate dry, sensitive skin. So we want to steer clear of that. So this one that I'm recommending and dermatologists recommend as well is called Vanicream. This one is enriched with ceramides. Ceramides are great for bringing a reparative process to the skin's barrier. And you all know that I'm a huge advocate of a healthy skin's barrier. And I always talk about the acidic mantle, where it wants to be in pH. If you're a man, a 5.8. If you're a woman, a 5.5. So the key then becomes using products within a 4.5 and a 6, especially if we're using like your toners, cleansers, serums, that kind of thing. We want to make sure that those are pretty much balanced, especially when you're dealing with skin conditions that are swaying either more dry or more oily. Okay, beautiful friends, one brand that I've talked about before on my channel too that has gotten a lot of love and a lot of views is the CeraVe brand. I'm revisiting this same product and bringing it here to you. It is the CeraVe Moisture Cream. I did go into breaking down the ingredients in this particular one as well. Now, this has a high lipid content and 2 out of 7 dermatologists actually recommend this brand. This is also curated by dermatologists, so it's dermatologist loved and dermatologist actually curated. So you can't go wrong either way. Lipids is something that we lose as we age, and so it's important for us to make sure that we have something that's replenishing our lipid loss in the skincare that we're using, and especially ceramides as well. So ceramides are also in here. These are really great ingredients that they've added in here to really help the skin's barrier. Again, this is a barrier reparative cream. So if you have a damaged skin's barrier and you're looking to really replenish and repair it, this is going to be that. It retails for $16. You can get it at your nearby, I think it is Target, you can get it at now. And another thing I wanted to mention about this moisture cream is that, remember, when we have dry, cracked skin, we're looking for emollients, we're looking for humectants, things that are going to draw in moisture to the skin and lock it in. And also, we want to look at a hyaluronic acid serum if you have one or if you need one. Good Molecules has a great one. Chantecaille on the higher end has a really good one. So bringing in a hyaluronic acid and using with this is going to help you not to lose moisture throughout the day. So whether your dry skin is due to, age or your environment, or whether it's even hereditary, this is some of the things that you can practically do to really help you repair your skin's barrier. Because having dry skin, you really do suffer from that. You get red, it becomes irritated, and it's just an uncomfortable feeling all around. So there you go, CeraVe for $16 right there at your nearby Target. All right, next up is for those with extremely dry skin. And dry skin can lend to be flaky or scaly. So if you have the latter, then we're talking about using an ointment. An ointment is really great for fortifying the skin's barrier and also locking in moisture. So Aquaphor, this healing ointment is right around $14. It can be a little bit greasy, so my suggestion would be right when you get out of the shower and you have damp skin, you want to go in and you want to use that, okay? But we really need to repair the skin's barrier. When we start to see it being scaly like that, then you're extremely dry and you really, really need a great emollient to help you lock in moisture, and that's what this healing ointment is going to do. Okay, so stepping into the world of luxury on the splurge side for a little bit, we're talking about the SkinBetter Science. This is their Rebalancing Trio treatment. And this is a moisturizer. It is attacking your dry skin from every single side. And what is great about this, I know it's a hefty price, it retails for $135, but what dermatologists have realized with this is that this is enriched with so many great helpful ingredients that attacks your dry skin at every single side that they are selling this exclusively in their offices. Like, you can't get this anywhere else except for the website and a dermatologist's office. And that's because it's enriched with emollients, ceramides, linoleic acid. It also has hyaluronic acid and cholesterol. So you're hydrating, you're plumping the skin, you're actually soothing and healing the skin, you're replenishing, you're repairing. So a lot is happening at the same time in one product, okay? So I definitely wanted to break that down, because sometimes we ask ourselves, why the hefty price point? But now you get to see that a lot of ingredients goes into this particular product. And remember, I've mentioned in other videos too, we're talking packaging, we're talking marketing, we're talking about sourcing, we're talking about the science, and we're also talking about, just the labor, how labor intensive it is with certain ingredients that goes into a product as well, that factors into the price. So again, not to sway you yay or nay, but just to give you information so that you can do what you want to do with this information and just purchase what it is that you would like to try. So next up is the SkinCeuticals Triple Lipid 242. This one is enriched with fatty acids, ceramides, also some natural lipids. We tend to lose lipids as we age. This is targeting more on the aging side of things if you want to look for a great anti-aging moisturizer. But even if you don't, this is a really great moisturizer right here as well. You know, SkinCeuticals has really made a name for themselves with being a cult favorite. If you have extremely dry, sensitive skin too, they recommend, or dermatologists recommend, their LHA cleanser, which really allows for the sloughing off of dry skin without stripping the skin's barrier and leaving it dry. So I always recommend using products within a line because you get optimal synergy from having products that are curated and aligned by scientists. So it's great that they are recommending this LHA cleanser to go along with this triple restore if you want to use it, the triple lipid restore. But again, really great properties in here: cholesterol, ceramides, fatty acids, all that necessitates really having a healthy skin's barrier. Next up is for those that really deal with various forms of psoriasis. We're talking about, you know, your SIBO psoriasis, which happens in the central part of the face, or we're talking about seborrheic dermatitis, where you're dealing with that flakiness and that itchiness that's happening around the eyebrows and the nose area. So this one, you have to use a medicated cleanser. If you're using your medicated cleanser, then the NIA 24 recovery complex is going to be a really great moisture cream for you to use to help you with those conditions. This is a unique category. It's rough and bumpy skin, where you start having these bumps around your hairline, scalp area, ears. CeraVe actually has a rough and bumpy. This is $20. However, I wanted to make mention that, you know, psoriasis is not one that you can moisturize away. It is actually not, you know, due to dryness, but irregular cell turnover. So what ends up happening is you have this excess of skin that actually looks dry. And so what they call like psoriatic plaques. And you just can't get that to just go away. You definitely need to go to a dermatologist for that. Sometimes they recommend lactic acid, or they will recommend you use something with salicylic acid, which this CeraVe one has. But you want to make sure that what you're using is what you actually need for this particular condition, because this is, you know, a special kind of condition. But I know a lot of you have said, you know, your experiences with estheticians and dermatologists, but there's still some great estheticians and dermatologists out there. I'm not knocking estheticians and dermatologists at all, because there are still some really great ones out there. We just have to do our research. I do want to show you all, just side note, what I use. I don't have dry skin, but I do travel a ton, and I'm subjected to the dry air in a plane. I'm also in cities where the humidity is very, very low. So what I've been using that I absolutely adore and love is the Chantecaille Gold Recovery Mask. So if you are a traveler and you know that you're going to a city where the humidity is low, you want a really great product that is kind of heavy if you have dry skin, that is going to really be an anti-inflammatory, is enriched with antioxidants, that is going to be really great for hydrating the skin. I highly recommend this. I bought this one, it's about $270, and I also have the Hyaluronic. This is their Hyaluronic I was going to read it in French. This is their Blue Light Protection Hyaluronic Serum. So these two together for me will be a power couple, especially blue light. We know that's coming through computers and whatnot, and I do a lot of filming and I'm always on the computer, but I also need that hydration as well, extra hydration, especially when going to places that's super duper dry, and then using this, and then using this on top. Now that's on the luxury spectrum of things, but all of these products are really great ones. This was just some of the best. There's a ton out there, but these are dermatologist recommended. Celebrities are using it, you know, editors. I wanted to make sure that I was actually giving you all a good variety of different moisturizers for different types of dry skin. There's dry skin types that have sensitive skin. They're extremely dry skin. There's those that, you know, have various forms of psoriasis that need a different type of moisture cream. There are those on the anti-aging spectrum of things that have dry skin, and they're looking to, you know, bring in some anti-aging moisturizers into their routine as well. So hopefully this gave you a lot of context. I didn't want to overwhelm you. This is some of the best. The discussion continues though. You leave your questions and your comments down below, and I will definitely reach out to you and correspond with you. Let me know what you want to see from me next. I still have Clarence to do, and there was another one, Mother. I've never heard of this line, Mother, but I'm going to check that one out. Some of you are giving me some really interesting topics to cover, but I'm looking forward to doing that, growing with you and helping you to navigate through the world of skincare and really targeting your skincare concerns. Also, check out my video. I'm leaving the link down below about dry skin versus dehydrated skin so that you can know the difference and you start buying products that is necessary for what you're dealing with. So yes, I will talk to you all soon. Ciao for now.